Hey guys, congratulations on your new Tiffin WAYFARER. My name's Ruben. I'm from the parts department here at Colton RV. I'm going to give you guys a thorough tour of your camper. We're going to go compartment by compartment, show you how everything works, and show you all the nooks and crannies, alright? Alright, let's get started over here. Your fuel fill-up is right here inside the driver's side door. As you can see, it's diesel only. Down here is your propane tank. You turn it on right here just like you would with the regular gas grill. You have a meter right here showing you how much propane you have left, and your fill cap is right here. Now your propane is going to power your furnace and your hot water tank, as well as your fridge. Those are the main three things you'll be using propane for. You also have a quick connect for a propane grill hookup, and the back side of the camper we'll get to in a few minutes. Your dump station is right here in this compartment. As you can see, you have two levers right here, a black one and a gray one. The black lever is for your black tank valve. Your gray handle is for your gray tank valve. When you dump, you're going to replace this cap here at the end of the valve with a sewer hose. The sewer hose is going to feed through that hatch at the bottom of the compartment and out to the bottom of the camper. You're always going to want to dump your black tank first, close it, and then dump your gray tank. That's going to help prevent bacteria from contaminating your gray tanks. Over here is the rest of your water panel. You have an outside shower right here. You have a Santa flush that we're going to get to in a minute. Your city water is right here. You have a water filter in the back, a water pump right there, and Tiffin's giving you some hoses to help you out with winterizing when it comes to that. So we'll start over here. Your city water connection's right here. When you're at a campsite, you're going to have your hose threaded onto this attachment right here, and it'll stay there the entire time you're camping. While the hose is attached here, the water from outside will pressurize all of your lines inside. So your sinks, your showers, your toilets, all your water fixtures will be pressurized from here. There's no need to use your water pump when you're using city water. Right here, you can change between city water and dry camping. Right now we have it set to dry camping because we have water in your tank. We can show you that when we get inside. Right here is it's called the sand flush, or sandy flush. This is used for dumping. When you're dumping your black tank, you're going to dump your black tank, dump your gray tank, and then go over to your sandy flush. And you're going to take a regular garden hose, and you're going to hook up here, like similar to how you would with a city water. It's going to flush out your black tank. The most important step to remember is to make sure your black tank valves are opened again. Otherwise, everything comes up instead of out. Another hatch there for hoses. Your transfer switch is right here. What your transfer switch does is when you switch from generator to 110 power, that's going to help the system switch over. Basically, it acts as a high amperage or a high amperage surge protection. So this is your built-in surge protector that Tiffin has in the unit. Both Colton RV and Tiffin suggest upgrading that with a built-in surge protector. So basically what this does, it protects you from high amperage, but doesn't help you with low amperage, high voltage, or low voltage. So basically it's going to help with like a short spike, but won't help you out with like a brownout or a voltage surge or anything like that. If you're interested in one of those, we can get one of those for you in the store. Water filter is the white canister in the back, and your water pump is the silver motor next to it. Over here is your rear storage compartment. As you can see, lots of storage, lots and lots of storage. Some extra hooks in that box there. When we get to the side, we'll show you where the quick disconnect for the propane is. But back here is just a great place to store all your belongings. On the back of the motorhome, up there you can see your backup camera. That is wired to your screen in the front in the cabin. Down here, you're set up with a Class 3 hitch, as well as a 7-way plug if you plan on doing any towing. Your fresh water tank drain is down there as well. Your quick connect propane hookup is located right here on the entrance side of the camper. The hose is right here. They give you a hose up here to connect to that, and then connect to a camping grill. So you have your hooks here, a 110 outlet right there. Right here is the panel for your Truma system. So, not a whole lot for you to do back here. Most of this is for any technician that's doing maintenance on your camper, on your Truma system. You have a switch right here, on and off. Either on position will work. You have a pressure relief valve up here in case any air gets into your hot water lines. You can release the air pressure from there. You have a fuse right in here. We'll show you how to use that system when we get back inside. Down here is your Onan generator. I'll open up this panel for you. Again, a panel that you'll probably not have to go through very often. This is for maintenance if you have to manually start the generator or change your oil. But typically this is for technician use only. We'll show you how to start the generator from inside. Right here is your furnace exhaust. This will get hot to the touch, so if you have any kids around, grandkids, make sure their hands aren't touching that. Outside TV. Down here you have more storage. You have your vac system right there. That's where you'll be changing the bag and the filters. You have some privacy curtains in here, some floor mats, and your inverter is back here. So your inverter is going to help your generator provide 110 power for your camper. That's one of the primary reasons why you're going to want to use a surge protector. That inverter is very sensitive. Any spike in voltage or amperage is going to cause that damage. You have two different sets of batteries in this motorhome. You have your house batteries and your chassis batteries. Your house batteries are located right here under the stairs. As you can see, there's two 12-volt batteries there. These are deep cycle batteries. So the main difference between these and the ones in the chassis are these won't start an engine. So these are intended to power your 12 electronics, your fridge, your lights, your slide. Your 12-volt house batteries will power everything except for your air conditioner, your microwave, and your 110 outlets. Everything else needs to run off of 110 power or generator power. Right here is your Bigfoot leveling panel. So this is going to be how you're going to level the camper. They always look confusing. There are also a lot of people tell me it's very intimidating looking. I promise you it's very easy to use. You hit the power button right here, turn it on. So right now this light says all the jacks are up because we're in travel mode. Right here, that flashing light where it says right rear means that we're low on that side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the auto level button right here. That's going to drop the jacks one by one to make contact with the ground. That's going to adjust the jacks to make the camper level. It's important to note that while you're doing this inside, nobody can be moving around the camper. So if you set the auto level and start walking around the camper, it's going to confuse the sensors that show when it's level. It takes just about a minute and a half to go through its cycle here. So once the camper's level, you'll see that green Bigfoot logo in the center here light up green. Once you see that foot, you know that the camper's level. Now you finish camping, you're ready to go home, you're ready to bring those jacks back up. What you're going to do is you're going to hit retract. Let's bring all those jacks back up. And once the motor stops and this all up light lights up, you're all ready to go. Right here is the manual button. If you want to manually adjust the jacks, you can hit this button and adjust each jack individually. And if for any reason you need to retract those jacks quickly, the process itself only takes about 30 seconds, but for any reason there's an emergency, you need to bring them up quickly, you hit emergency retract. I don't suggest doing that regularly, only do if you absolutely have to. Next we'll go after this panel. You're going to see different variations of this panel throughout the camper, primarily for lights, for your water pump, stuff like that. These two buttons here do not actually control your awning. Your awning controls are in a separate switch I'll show you in a few moments. This is turn on your cargo lights, entry lights, your main ceiling light, awning lights, porch lights, and a light master which turns everything on and everything off. Down here is your battery disconnect switch. So while you're storing your motorhome between trips, you're going to disconnect the house batteries from the house itself. The reason for doing that is because any indicator lights like on the microwave or on the fridge, any small draw is going to drain those batteries between trips. So when you disconnect the batteries, it's completely disconnected from the camper. It won't drain while you're storing it. So next we have your step switch. This is to control your power steps for your entry steps. Basis controls when the steps come out automatically or just stay out. I will mention that if you turn the ignition on and start driving, they will pull up automatically regardless of where the switch is located. That's how you control your power steps. This panel is to control your awning. You have awning in, stop, and out. So I'm going to put awning out to pull your awning out. If I want to stop it halfway, I hit stop. I continue going with out. And I can bring it in with the top button. So here's your main control panel. So we're gonna start here. This home button section right here gives you some of the main controls, some of the more basic controls for the camper. Here you control your water pump, your tank heaters, your entry door lights, your main lights, light master on and off, and some of the other light, and the backlight for the panel. You can also monitor your tanks from here. So right now we can see your propane is full. You can also check your house battery voltage. Right now those are full as well. You go to the next panel. This controls all your lights in the camper. You can look through the main ceiling lights, the awning lights, the porch lights. Also under the light master light right here, off and on. Here's where you control your slides. Extend and retract, we'll get to that in a few minutes. And here's how you control the screen settings and display settings. So here's where you can set up a wireless connection, the screen brightness, screen color, diagnosis for tech usage. That's the main panel right there. Next we have your radio. This works as a radio, DVD player, has Bluetooth. Sorry, zone A and B and C. So you can have all zones going at the same time or one at a time. It's up to you. Like I said, it'll play DVD. You have an HDMI connection right here, an aux connection right here. Everything else past that is a basic car radio. So heading back to your slide screen, I want to point out that in order for the slide to operate, you need to have the ignition on and the parking brake engaged. So right now we have both those things operating right now. Your ignition's on and your parking brake's engaged. So I'm going to hit the extend button. I'm going to hold it until the slide is done. So now we have your slide out. One thing I will mention is when you're pulling the slide in and out, check your driver's seat. A very common mistake is to leave the driver's seat too far back or lean too far back, and when the slide comes in and out, it scratches the back of that seat. You're not going to want to do that. That's not good for your seat or for your slides. So we're in your bedroom right now. We'll take a look at these panels down by the floor, and we'll take a look at the panel up in the cupboard. So down here are your main fuse and breaker panels. You have fuses down here, or I'm sorry, breakers down here. You have more breakers and fuses in here. Everything's mapped out for you right there. One 10 outlets right here. Down there at the base of the floor by the steps is a propane detector. These are very sensitive, but that's a good thing. You want them to be sensitive. If any propane leaks in here, it's going to fill the camper up very, very quickly. That will go off and alert you to the propane that's leaking. So up here on the wall, you have your thermostat for your AC, your fan, and your furnace. This thermostat is Bluetooth enabled, so you can connect to it through your phone. You're going to cycle through options with this bar right here. Go from fan, AC, and furnace. and back to off. You control the temperature settings with these arrows right here. Down here is another one of those panels I told you about. More lights. Your TV over here. Up here you have connections for your cable input, your cable output. Up here, got a bunch of fun stuff for you. So, you have a wine guard satellite system on the roof. That's how you turn that on. Right there, on and off. This is the controls for your Truma hot water system. You're going to cycle through these to switch between settings. This setting right here above off is the hottest setting, and then eco is to maintain the temperature of the water. Over here is your solar charger control panel. There's really not much here to fiddle around with. This is mostly as an indicator panel to show you what your solar panels are doing. Up here is your generator start panel. So, turn the display on. And hit the start button. Now our generator's running. I hit this again, turn it off. Now, while you're driving, especially if you're driving through a climate like Florida or Arizona where it's very warm, you're probably going to want to have the house AC running while you're driving. And in order to accomplish that, you need to have your generator running and on. Right here is where you switch between antenna and cable. A little transfer switch here. Alright, so now we're in your bathroom. Not a whole lot to point out to you here. It's a pretty straightforward room. I will point out the toilet down here has a pedal flush down by the base of the floor. And over here, you have another one of those fancy control panels. Controls the lights in the bathroom, your water pump, and your shower light. Now if you can see from here, this door has a magnet on the other side of it. So I can open this door all the way and completely close myself off to the front of the motorhome. If you point up there, there's a vent in the bathroom above the toilet. I'm going to strongly, it's an exhaust fan. I'm going to strongly encourage you to use this while you're taking a hot shower. Any steam from your shower can cause the walls to peel. And moisture is your enemy with campers, so the more moisture you can get out of the camper, the better. Over here, it's a pretty straightforward shower. You have a skylight up top, some lights up here as well. Your shower curtain pulls open like this. And again, you've got full privacy from the front of the camper with this door right here. So next we have your fridge. So, power button's right here at the top of the fridge. It's called the eyebrow board. Turn that on. Here's how you control the temperature settings for the fridge and freezer. A sleep setting. And here you have your fridge on the bottom. And your freezer at the top. Next we have your stove. So light your stove. Set the knob to the light button right there. And hit the ignition switch. And if I had your propane on, oh, I have your propane on. And your burner lights just like that. The last part of the kitchen, we have your microwave. Your microwave also doubles as a convection oven. Comes with a fancy convection oven tray. This is microwave safe metal as well. Other than that, it works just like a basic convection oven microwave. And down here we have your little hideaway power outlets. We have your power sofas right here. Switch right here controls the feet and the back. Out. And in. This little hole in the floor in front of your sofa is for your table leg. Your table and the leg are located in the bedroom, right here, underneath the mattress. So moving to the front, up here we have your tilt and swivel TV. You can maneuver it around to wherever you want it to go. Then over here, the bunk mattress folds up for while you're traveling. So up here, you have some of your basic chassis controls. You've got cruise control settings over here. You have screen settings as well. Volume, call settings, hang up and pick up. They'll control how you operate your phone while you're driving. Speedometer, odometer, all that fun stuff. And over here is the push button start. The keys right here for it. Moving on to the panel here. Nice interactive panel. You can cycle through options: your phone, navigation, radio, media, more info, Mercedes apps, settings.
How may I help you?
You have voice controls. Hey, Mercedes.
How may I help you?
And your onboard navigation system will help you navigate through the panel. Alright, then moving down this panel, you can use this your backup camera while you're driving as a rear view mirror. So you can have this up while you're driving to see exactly everything that's going on behind you. See how close people are getting to you, someone's switching into your lane, anything like that. Navigation and map settings down here. Telephone settings, radio and media. Alright, so your shifter is this stick right here. Push up for reverse, middle for neutral, down for drive, and push this button right here for park. So in addition to your backup camera, which you can turn on while you're driving, you also have side cameras that will turn on automatically whenever you use your turn signal. So here's your right side with your right turn signal, and your left side with your left turn signal. Help you change lanes, help you make turns, make any maneuvers on the road that you need to do safely. So right here's how you control your seat. Move it forward, move it backwards, tilt. You have settings that you can save right here, so if you have multiple people driving the camper, say someone likes one setting, someone likes the other setting, you can set individually for each person. Over here you have your seat warmers as well. Unlock it there, and then hit seat warmers. So we're gonna go take a look under the hood. First we're gonna undo the hood latch, right there. So under the hood, you see a lot of pretty standard vehicle stuff that you see in any regular car or truck. A few things I will point out to you though. So your battery is actually located underneath the driver's seat, so you don't really have very easy access to it. In the event that you need to jump start the vehicle, you can push in here, put your positive end here, and then your ground will attach right here when you're using jumper cables. You have your washer fluid, you have all your other fluids over here: brake fluid, engine fluid, or engine coolant, oil. What I also mentioned over here is where your door prop is, the little metal rod right there. Another thing to mention down here is your DEF fluid. DEF fluid is a fluid that's only used on diesel engines. If you've ever seen a truck kind of blast down the road with a lot of black smoke coming out of it, it's because they weren't using DEF. What it's going to do is it helps burn up the excess diesel that's laying around in the engine. It helps it burn more efficiently, and also it's better for the environment. So DEF fluid you're going to change fairly regularly. There should be a panel in the inside dash showing you your DEF fluids levels. Most diesel engines, when they don't have DEF fluid, they won't go past 20 miles an hour. So make sure that you're monitoring that regularly and keeping it full of DEF fluid. It's going to be good practice to keep an extra bottle of DEF fluid with the vehicle at all times. When you run out of DEF fluid during a trip, like I said, it'll cut back to about 20 miles per hour. Also, when you turn the engine off, it won't turn back on again. So having that extra bottle of DEF fluid can really kind of save your vacation. So next we'll show you how to use your swivel seats. Up here is a lever right in the very front center of the seat. I'm going to pull that lever and rotate it this way. It's important to keep in mind that in order to do this, especially for the driver's seat, your parking brake lever needs to be in the down position. Otherwise, I won't be able to clear that lever. So lastly, we're going to go over how to close your slides. Again, make sure your ignition is on and your parking brake is engaged. Another thing to keep in mind is that whenever you pull the slide in or out, you want your jacks to be down and level. If you're on unlevel ground, you pull your slides out, it's going to cause one side of the slide to have more stress on it than the other, which can cause warping over time. So whenever you pull your slides out or pull them in, you want to make sure your camper is nice and level. Alright guys, again, congratulations on your new Tiffin WAYFARER. If you have any questions for us, please feel free to give us a call here at Colton RV. Our phone number here is 716-694-0188. Have a great day, guys.